judged, and we got a little bit of a late start. We're coming from Wolf Creek Job Corps, which is in Blythe, Oregon. Anybody know where Blythe is?
No.
It's about 45 minutes from Roseburg, if that's familiar to you. And it's located in the woods in the Umpqua Forest. We have this amazing creek right across the street from us called Wolf Creek. We're kind of self-contained. We have a huge facility there, and I'll show you some photos from there in a moment. But first, I wanted to ask, do you guys know what Job Corps is? Yes.
Basically, Job Corps will help you for the rural, whatever they will help you provide. Stability, my mom is a Job Corps.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at Angel Job Corps. She wants me to go to Wolf Creek, but it sounds fun.
Yeah. Well, there are definitely a lot of fun things about it. There's worse too. Oh. Thank you for that. So, Job Corps was created in the 60s, back when there were all sorts of things going on to help the economy, help people with jobs, get jobs, and adults and young adults. And we're a facility that, from the beginning, we've offered high school GED for students who may not fit the norm for high school and want to work at their own pace. We can offer that. And we have a training facility where we've got 7 different trades that you can choose. I did see your carpentry at the end, so that's cool that you guys have some technical training going on here too. So we have a dorm, so you're on center 24 hours a day. You do get weekend passes. You do earn your time off personally. You get to go home during Christmas. We send you home during Christmas, but otherwise it's a self-contained school training facility. So you get to know your fellow students very well. Our trades that we have, and let me kind of go through here to show you what we have to offer. Oh, yeah. What else is- We'll go first through the eligibility. You need to be 16 through 24 to attend. It can be the day before your birthday, turning 25, and you're eligible still to come on center. But 16 to 24-year-olds, you have to be eligible via income students, for low-income students. So we have a lot of students 18 through 24 that may not have a job yet, may not be able to make a living wage, that come to us for training as well. There is also citizenship requirements as well, and we do accommodate for learning disabilities. If there is a disability that we can't accommodate at our center, we will let you know. There is an application process for that. We're going to take in a virtual tour here, if I can get this thing open. You might have to do that a little bit later.
It's a touch screen too, so you can touch it there.
Oh, yeah? Aha. Maybe frozen. There you go. Can you open it up? campus, the overview of our campus. You can see that we are in the middle of the forest. It's amazing. It's beautiful. The creek is across the street that way. And we have a bridge that our students built that goes right here, that goes across, and it's amazing. There's the dorms. Can you get back to the? Okay, so this way is the dorms. These are our dorms here, and where the students live. This is our big gym, an auditorium. We have a full workout room there. If you could show maybe where we have a clinic. So we have 2 full-time nurses. We have a doctor that comes on center as well. And if dental hygiene is necessary, we will get you into town for that. So there's our clinic. Okay, and then we can go out of that. Show a dorm, yeah. Yeah, that one's good. Our dorm, this particular dorm houses 4 students. It's very much like a college dorm. There's 1 bathroom, a shower, privacy shower and tub, and everybody gets a locked closet as well as storage and underneath the beds and the dresser. So there's four students to a room, and there's the bathroom. Cool, thank you. Go to the lounge. Each dorm has a lounge. There's gaming that can go on. We have TV screens. We have all sorts of different things for recreational life there. There's a kitchen. There's coffee makers. There's microwaves. There's a refrigerator. And students are responsible for keeping their dorms clean. Okay, so let's move on. Yeah. We also have a huge dining hall that lots of windows, overlooks the woods. It's really pretty. We cook everything fresh, so there's nothing processed or very little processed. We serve, we accommodate all sorts of diets. So, like I'm a vegetarian, I can go in every day and I know that there's going to be a vegetarian option. They just started this ramen bar where they have shrimp. What else did they have? And ramen noodles and bok choy and all sorts of sides. Yes. So good. You can make special requests. You can also bring things on center. Yes.
I want to make a bit. Should we go? What's the school called?
Wolf Creek Job Corps.
Wolf Creek.
Okay. So that's close by and by. That's the Adam Cafe. We also, let's see. So we have, what we offer is trades, high school, GED. If you come for your high school, if you still need your high school, which is what separates us is you can be 24 and still get a high school diploma. That separates us from everyone else, but what we require is that you have your high school and get a trade. You don't come for just the high school portion. If you already have your high school portion, you come for a trade. The average time that it takes is probably between 9 months to a year and a half. We have up until 2 years for you to complete. Yes.
I'm thinking about coming here right now, but do you guys allow pets?
Pets, we have, they have to be registered as service animals, so there's steps you have to follow. What I do though is take students to Saving Grace, which is a humane society, and we volunteer there, and you get to pet lots of animals when we go. There are animals, lots of wild animals on the center. We even have some bears. So,
What
pretty.
about cats or rodents?
Cat, well, there are cats on the center. My dog was just barking big time at one yesterday. They're feral, so they're not pets per se.
So I can't be my cat?
No, not unless it's a service animal. I'm not saying no, but there are things you have to go through to make it a service. And there's a lot of people, unfortunately, because I have cats too, that are allergic. So accommodation for that. We have had 2 students bring dogs. So here's the side of the gym, so if you want to just keep putting those photos up, you guys can tell we have the weight room's on the left side, just turning, there's a weight room, that whole back area. We have so many different machines, it's crazy. Pool tables, foosball tables, ping pong tables, lots of recreation. But that's the afterlife. The before life during the day is you get up, you either are going to be in education or you're going to be in trade. You're going to be working towards your high school and or whatever trade it is that you choose. You get to choose which trade you want to go in. Yes.
How do you get to Walter job corps?
How do you get there? Mainly you get on 5 and then you go on 138. So you go through 2 rows first and then take a right and head on 138. It's near. It's 2 hours, a little bit over 2 hours. So our trades that we have, I'll get your questions second. Trades that we have are carpentry, culinary arts, office administrations, welding, cement, and forestry. We have an advanced forestry and a walk-in trade that's forestry as well. So you have lots of opportunity to choose whatever interests you have. But if we don't have a trade that you're interested in, there are 120 job corps across the nation that have lots of different trades, such as heavy truck driving, that would be one big one. HVAC and plumbing, that would be another one. Nursing, if that's what you'd like to go into. So, if Wolf Creek doesn't suit you that way, please go find the job corps that has the specialty, the trade that you're most interested in. Yes? Well, that's not a trade that we have. We have in the gym on the upper floor is an art area. We've actually just got kilns, so we'll be filming clay. As soon as we get the kilns, it's a special hookup and such, but that will be part of the art department. But that's all after school. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to let you guys know before I let these guys talk, because they know more, they can tell you right directly from the arts what job corps is like. So there are rules, there are expectations, just like any other school, any other industry. But what's really also really cool about us is we have lots of opportunities for you guys to make money, to prepare for when you leave Job Corps. We're all about helping you get your career or get set up so that you are more prepared to pursue your career once you leave Job Corps. And the money that you get, we do work-based learning, we have fire support, camp crew, we have all sorts of community service. There's students can have the potential to make a lot of money before they do. That is to go towards cars, apartments, anything to set you up, to help set you up to advance into your career. Yes?
Is there, a class where you can teach us how to make animation?
Oh, would that be cool?
Yeah, I want to make cartoons when I work.
Well, so what I would say to people who have these other interests and go for it. What we could do is set you up with a skill to help you get into that type of training and help pay for your college while you're going through that training.
I already do a lot of digital art, and I want to put that art to good use in my future.
Yes, yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah.
What if other people will want to do something like that?
Well, the closest I can tell you that gets to that is a computer tech program, and you get all sorts of certifications, but it's not anything about graphic art or animation, really. I think they'll let you delve in that a little bit, but it would be a technical trade, right? For you to learn all of the ins and outs of computers. You get lots of certifications though. So that could help you in a lot of ways, but it isn't graphic art. That said, we do have advanced trades. Advanced trade is once you complete your normal trade, the trade that you went into. Advanced trades can give you further to pursue a different career or further your skills in that career. And there are advanced trades that we have a couple different job corps, one up in Columbia Basin, that's right next door to a junior college. And we pay for the college. You walk back and forth. The campus is really close, and you could take your 2-year associate's degree there and move on to college. And they would have graphic art type classes for you in degrees. Okay, so that's a possibility. Your college would be paid, your room and board is paid, you're supported, you got study buddies, it's the dynamic is pretty cool. So we do have advanced trades. These guys will talk about them a little bit more. And I'm going to pass it on to you to introduce yourselves and talk about what you do at Job Corps.
I'm Devin. I'm in the forestry conservation and firefighting.
My name is Dalton. I'm also in forestry and firefighter conservation. I'm currently on the fire crew that is established at Wolf Creek.
Do you guys have any questions or anything about any of the trades or dorm life or anything like that?
Don't raise your hands at once.
But you give your experiences. Tell them what brought you to Job Corps.
I was just looking for a trade. I like hands-on work. And a friend actually referred me to Job Corps. They go to the Tongue Point Job Corps in Astoria. And I originally came from welding. I had prior experience in welding, working in a couple of fabrication shops and stuff. And
I thought, yeah, construction's where I should be at, but turned out society didn't want me to do that, so, you know, I didn't have anything going for me at some point. I was working at McDonald's and then UPS, and then after UPS just laid me off like that, I was like, all right, what am I just gonna be homeless, right? And then someone referred me to Job Corps. I did previously have some interest in structural fire, but, you know, it was just an interest. I just planned on probably just gonna go to the military and, you know, do whatever I can there. And then coming to Job Corps and really seeing like what wildland firefighting does and all that, I really just dedicated my life to that. It has been a huge help. I think I've been there for almost a year now. I got onto the fire crew pretty early on. You know, you gotta take a decent amount of classes. When you first get there and you're interested in fire, they'll have you do the FEMAs, which is the first responder kind of applications. So the S100 and the S1700. And then after you get all that done, you get your first responder documents all done. Next is the actual red card stuff, and that is the 3 courses that you can either take online or in the classroom. That is the S130, S180, and the S190 and the L180. Those 3 will get you to be red carded, and then you also have to do a pack test where you have a 45-pound weight vest, and you have to basically run or walk 6 laps under 45 minutes on the track that we have on the center. It's a pretty good track. It's probably one of the good things. Yeah, pretty good track. But yeah, no, I've been out on a couple of assignments already. It's pretty fun, you know. They kind of just send you out, sometimes with an instructor or sometimes with the nearest hand crew that's available or willing to take you. And the whole thing is, you know, representing Job Corps itself. So when you're out there and, you know, you're doing things, the first thought that those people are going to have would be like, oh, this is just a Job Corps kid, and he's delinquent. But, you know, that's when you can really, I don't know, for myself, I was able to really prove myself, you know, not some, you know, bum just smoking weed all day at my house anymore. I'm actually a respected person now because I came to Job Corps. There's people on that center that respect me because I put in the work. I put in the work every single day. You know, and that's all you have to do there is just put in the work. You know, when you go there, don't just go there to slack off. They can easily just send you back home if you're not willing to, you know, improve yourself. So, you know, that's all that place is just being able to improve yourself, whatever it may be. Personality, fitness, confidence, all of that. I've been able to get pretty high up there. We do, I think every month we do a thing called a BLM test. And this BLM test is a fitness test to kind of prove your physical abilities for, you know, on fire. So the highest score on that BLM test is 300. At 250, they'll refer you to the hot shots in the area. So for me, my last score was around 250. So our instructor for basic forestry referred me to the Wolf Creek hot shots that are in the area, but I had to turn them down because my goals were set somewhere different. Yes, you can do the 2 years at basic forestry or the year, however quick, how fast you can get that done, and then you can move to the advanced forestry trade, which does help you in a lot of stuff. I think it's more touches base with like botany and just kind of plant life and whatnot. But for me, I'm going to be going to Montana later this year to go to Trapper Creek, and I'll be doing an advanced fire program where I'll be living an independent living and just going on fire assignments constantly. I'll be able to make more than enough money in that year to put a down payment on a house and live comfortably for, you know, however long it takes to find a job, which at that point, you'll just get handpicked like as soon as possible. It's a really good program. I've helped out many kids that came to Job Corps just not really knowing what to do, and I'm like, well, show up to PT, do what you can, try to just get somewhere, and each month they improve, and that's only because they see themselves as someone who's very low right now, but they're always, you can always climb that ladder. It's not hard to climb a ladder at all, so all you gotta do is put in that work. So, yeah, I'm just hoping, probably gonna be my last time going out on assignments this year, and then after that, I'll be going to Montana. It's a really good program. It has its up and downs, right? It kind of has that whole high school life, in a sense, with all the drama and stuff, but it's really easy to avoid. As long as you just work on yourself, which the program is meant to be, it's meant to be independent. Yes, a plus is making friends there and building yourself a little community out of people, but the main goal is to just work on yourself and get out of there as soon as possible with the job. Honestly, some people, they squeeze every little bit out of Job Corps as they can with information. And that's what you guys should do when you go to Job Corps, is just squeeze as much information, as much help as you can. If you're afraid to ask up and stuff like that, it won't be pleasant. You gotta talk to people. You gotta ask for help. You gotta ask questions, network. A lot of things that you will have to do in the real world. Talk to people. So you gotta really, kind of buckle down. And whatever age it is, you come in at 16. They'll treat you like adults. It's just up to you to act like them, right? So, no high school drama, no BS there. It's just strictly, you're gonna be here and act like a mature adult, or you're just gonna not be successful there and get booted. So, the dorm lives are it's nice. You'll have leaders. Me and Devin are both leaders in lodges. And basically our job is to essentially help the people who aren't leaders kind of work their way around like household things. So if you have a problem with hygiene, there's hygiene leaders that can help you out. So if you're not able to, if you don't know, not judging anybody, right? There's some people in life that don't get the opportunities to learn how to shave, and then it's up to us to basically shave and stuff, For me personally, with all the stuff that I've done in the dorm, I've been nicknamed Dorm Dad. So it's kind of just a staple you get when you're a leader. Just kind of becoming a leader too is just being able to just work on yourself and be able to be productive wherever you can be.
So building after that, what I would say to those of you that are on the cell phones are not a daily occurrence at our center. You can only have them during breaks and in the evenings. During class time and during trade time, you're to be focused solely on your education and on your trade. There are rules. But the program is phenomenal for those who want to start building their future. We are there 100% for every student that is motivated and wants to succeed. We are going to help you. We are going to, break down walls if we have to help you. We care about our students. We care about their success. That's why we're there. So the other part that is important, I think, here is to know it's a full self-sustaining locked on this, in this area. But there are opportunities to go to the movies, to do all sorts of different recreation, go shopping. You do build up personal leave, like I was talking about, that you can go home and go home for a week or two. Yes,
Are there any non-residential Job Corps, or are they all residential?
there's a few, very few are non-residential. We don't have a lot, that hasn't been very successful. So, I'm glad you said that though. So if you have a car, you leave your car at home. We don't allow student cars on the center. There's reasons for that. Drugs, paraphernalia, things like that. We were not able to, we loosely control that now. So no cars, we can't insure a car that's on our center if something happens to it. But we do have, if there is issues, we have a TIAC counselor, that's a drug and alcohol counselor. We take students to NA, Narcotics Anonymous, and also AA. And we take, we have a center mental health consultant, and we have right now, three guidance counselors. We also help you at the end, I'll get you in a second, we also help you at the end to prepare you for a job. We give banking classes, finance classes, we help prepare resumes, interviews, we help you set up jobs, college, military, AmeriCorps, whatever you choose to do once you leave the center, we're gonna help get you there. Okay, you had a question?
Do you take medicine, then you take that on the campus with you?
Yes, if you have medicine, depending upon what it is, the nurse will keep it in the clinic. So you would go to her, if you took it at noon or came in the morning, you would get the medicine then.
To kind of add on the medication, if you need to take some at night and stuff too, they do have it in our, in one of the buildings close by to the residential. So at every time, let's say at 9 o'clock, you know, they'll call everybody down, like, hey, come get your medicine, and you know, you'll be able to get your medicine. They're actually very helpful with people who take a lot of meds. So, you know, it's not, you know, nothing to be worried about there for sure. They take really good care of you in that sense, and mental health as well. They take really good care of you. I have a bandmate who struggles a lot. I've had to help him out with certain situations, and they've just helped him so much. So it's nothing to be really scared about or worried if you're someone who has to take medication or whatever it may be. And if there's someone who suffers from whatever it may be, I think for my case, there's a couple of kids in my lodge that suffer from seizures, but it's, you know, it's, when it happens, there are people, because everybody has an opportunity in that center to be CPR trained and first aid certified. So whatever lodge you may be in, there will be someone in there that is capable of helping other people out in that sense. I've had to help out a couple of times too. And, you know, I think that's another great thing about relying on each other in the center, is that you're able to, you know, just rely on your leaders or other people who can help you out in whatever way it may be, you know, like just, yeah, it's good.
Are there any other questions? Yes.
So you're only allowed to go for 2 years, right?
Yes. If there's extenuating circumstances, and let's say you're having a really tough time getting through the high school portion, we can file for extensions. It's just generally the program is 2 years.
And you can jump from whatever trade, like if you find something else interesting, you can switch.
So once you're in a trade, that's good good question. Once you're in a trade, that's the trade you're in. We did trade tryouts, when you first get on center, so you can get a feel for which, you get to choose 3 and you do trade tryouts in each. And then you choose the one you want. But where the opportunity doesn't stop there is once you complete that program, you can go on to an advanced trade. We, at Wolf Creek, we have an advanced trade for forestry, but there's advanced trade for automotive, advanced trade for nursing, there's all sorts of different culinary arts. There's Treasure Island in San Francisco, which is really cool to do advanced trade for culinary there, and you get to work in hotels and stuff. We have all of those venues that you can go to. We fly to them to start, leave our job corps and go to that advanced trade on us, on the itself, taxpayer event actually. So it is on all of us, parents. So there are those opportunities. So if you decide you went to welding and you want, well, maybe I want something more with heavy machinery, then we would send you from welding to a heavy, advanced trade in heavy machinery. Does that make sense? Okay. Any other? Yep.
Professional area, does it have to be like a certain length or a certain, like?
Only mustache, only mustache.
I was gonna ask that.
See, specifically for fire, you just want a mustache. Handlebars are okay, our instructor has a handlebar.
Yeah. On center though, they don't like facial hair, I mean, you can do whatever you want for the most part.
You can straight go hobo with your hair, and they won't shut.
The only thing that is like,
That's a good question.
the only thing that is a requirement is like for trade and education, they have uniforms that you're supposed to wear. So like, education is just a pair of black slacks, black shoes of any kind, and a black, gray, or blue shirt. And then trade, depending on your trade, blue pants, long sleeve shirts.
These sticky pins.
Yeah. Or trade paper.
And we pay for that. We provide the uniforms. So that isn't anything that you guys have to worry about either.
So I know you have automotive mechanics, heavy equipment. Do you have diesel, like specific diesel mechanics anywhere in your program?
Clearfield, Utah, I believe Gary in San Marcos, Texas. Yes,
Okay.
yeah. There's a Toyota program, an award-winning, acknowledged Toyota program in Clearfield too. Do we have anything else? Any other? So what I brought you guys today is I have these flyers. You can, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, they have Q&A, question and answers, and you get, so your first step to get into Job Corps is to contact these folks, and they have you fill out an application, but they'll have a whole Q&A about the whole, how it all works. And then you start that application process. You can get into Job Corps, I would say, minimum of 2 months,
For me, it was about
4 months. It depends on the situation. We do background checks, we do all sorts of different things. It depends on if you have some sort of disability or learning deficit that we need to make sure we can accommodate, that sort of thing. But these flyers are, there's a website and the QR code that you can just zoom into. But it's at 1 o'clock Pacific time. So I'll leave those, and then there's some other information. This is about training specifically at a Job Corps that's a Forest Service Job Corps. And so this shows where they're all located. So please, again, look them up, see what they have as far as what they have to offer. And I will tell you that Forest Service Job Corps is the only one who has, you can also take a trade and go out on camp crew and support be at the base camp of the, fire and support the fire crew and make lots of money while doing it. So that's what separates us. We are also, we are Forest Service employees, where other job corps are contract employees. So this shows you locations of Forest Service. So look them up, see what trades they have, see what interests you. And then this is just a basic flyer about Job Corps. And then the last, I'm going to leave your instructors an invite to our open house, which is May 8th at 10 a.m., 10 to 2. And that, unfortunately, we can't take high school students at that time because we have about 170, right now I think about 165 students on center. They will be partaking in the open house. So we're asking counselors, superintendents, principals, teachers to attend this. Okay? All right, guys, it was great